Hello students, myself Popere KS, Assistant Professor in Botany at Ray Shikshan Sanstha's RBNB College, Sri Rampur. In this lecture, we are going to study the chemical organization in cytoplasmic matrix. In first lecture, previous lecture, we have described about the cytoplasmic matrix physical nature. Now we are going to study the chemical nature of the cytoplasmic matrix. Now cytoplasmic matrix means the surrounding fluid which is present in the cell after the nucleus. So in between nucleus will be present and it is surrounded by the cytoplasmic matrix. Now what are the different chemical things which are present, or what is the chemical nature of the cytoplasmic matrix? So first, the different chemical which are present in the cytoplasmic matrix, they can be divided into two categories, that is organic and inorganic constituent. So first is the organic compound. Now organic compound means these are the compound which contain carbon in combination with hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen. So these are the substance which contain carbon in combination with one or more element like hydrogen, sulfur, nitrogen. So this is called as an organic compound. Now this organic compound, they are further can be divided into different categories like carbohydrates, protein, lipids, nucleic acid, hormones. So we are going to study them one by one. So let us first start with the carbohydrate. Now what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrate, these are the compound of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So this will contain hydrogen and oxygen along with the carbon. And now these are called as polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketones. So this carbohydrate means it will contain, carbo means it will contain a carbon compound or a compound containing carbon, and hydrate means that is the water. So these are polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone. Now this carbohydrate, they can be further divided into monosaccharide, oligosaccharide and polysaccharides. Now what are these? Monosaccharide means, mono means a single unit. So this will contain a single saccharide unit. So that is called as monosaccharide. Now oligosaccharide means what? It will contain more than one, or we can say 2 to 10 saccharide units. So this will contain more than 2, that is 2 to 10 saccharide unit. So this is called as oligosaccharide. Now next is polysaccharide. Polysaccharide means it will contain the saccharide unit, a monomer unit or a single unit, that is more than we can say 10 to many hundreds. So mono means only one saccharide unit, oligo means more than 2 saccharide units, and 2 to 10, and poly means that is more than 10 saccharides unit will be present. Now these units or the saccharide unit, they have a presence of glycosidic bond in them. So this saccharide unit or monomeric unit, they are joined by a glycosidic bond. Now this carbohydrate, that is the polysaccharide, oligosaccharide, they have different structural, functional role in the cytoplasm. They are mostly, this polysaccharides, they mostly have structural role and they maintain the structural integrity of a cell. So this is about the carbohydrate. Now next, let us move to the lipids. Now lipids, this lipid means they are also called as fat, and these are the organic compounds which are insoluble in water and they are soluble in polar solvent like benzene or chloroform or ether. So these are the compounds which can be solubilized in water. They are solubilized or they get solubilized only in presence of the polar solvent. Now these are non-polar or hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means they are not water loving, they will move away from the water. So these are non-polars and hydrophobic, and the examples of the lipid can be ghee, oil, or butter, this all comes under lipid. So they are also important for important constituent of the cytoplasmic matrix. They also have structural role, or they give the they maintain the structural structure or structural integrity of a cell. So this is about lipid. Now after that, let's move to the proteins. Now proteins, they are the linear chains of a single unit or different unit that are called as the amino acid, or they are the linear chain of a small units that are called as amino acids. Now there are 20 different amino acids that will be resulting or from which proteins are made. So by using 20 different amino acid, proteins are made. And now this amino acid may be methionine, lysine, glycine. So different 20 amino acids are there. They will be forming the proteins. And this protein, now there are different types of protein which are present in the cytoplasmic matrix. They have mostly they have a structural role, means protein, they will form the structure of a cell. And there are also storage proteins, secretory proteins, transport protein. So different forms of protein which are present in the cytoplasmic matrix. There are also globular protein. Globular means which will give a structure, or so there are different types of protein which are present in the cytoplasmic matrix. Now later on, after that, now next is the vitamin. Now vitamin, it is the organic compound which is of a diverse nature. Now vitamins, this can't be produced by the human body, or animals can't produce them. So the vitamins, they are taken from the different fruit or the food. That is, vitamins are taken along with the food or intake of a food. So by that we can means animals or humans can get vitamins, and they have a very important role in cellular metabolism. For various activity or for various metabolic reactions to carry out, these vitamins are important. Now vitamin, for example, vitamin A, C. So if their deficiency occur in vitamins, they are present in low amount in a body, or their deficiency, it may lead to various diseases. So they are also important part of a cell, or we can say a organism. Now next is hormone. These are the complex organic compound. The hormone, they are we can also call them as an enzyme, because they have various chemical reaction in which they are important. They occur in traces in the cytoplasm, means they are present in very small amount, but they are important for a particular reaction to carry out. So, and they also regulate the mRNA synthesis. There are different types of hormone like estrogen, progesterone. So different hormones are there. They are also important, and they are present in the cytoplasmic matrix. Now later on, next is the nucleic acid. Now nucleic acid is, they are the complex macromolecules. Now macromolecules means the nucleic acid, they are made up of the nucleotide unit. They have means from different nucleotide, they will form a macromolecule, that is a nucleic acid. Now they control the biosynthetic activity of a cell, different like transcription, translation, all these are carried out under the nucleic acid, and they also carry the heredity information. Like suppose if we say DNA, RNA, this is a nucleic acid. Now DNA, they will do the replication, means from DNA will be produced, and RNA, it will, from RNA it is important for the translation process or the protein synthesis process. So they are most important. Why? Because they are carrying out the heredity information. They carrying the heredity information which is now passing from parent to progeny. So this is about nucleic acid. Now these are all coming under the organic compound. Organic compound, that is carbohydrate, lipids, nucleic acids, vitamin, proteins and hormones. So this is about the organic compound. Now let us move to the inorganic compound. Now inorganic compound means they will be present in bulk in nature or in a physical state that is in non-living universe. So these are the compounds which occur in bulk of physical non-living universe. So now let us see what are these inorganic compound. Inorganic compound means the metals, non-metals, elements and their compound. These are all will come under the inorganic compound. They may also the electrolyte or non-electrolyte, this also come under inorganic compound. Now there are 92 naturally occurring elements. Of them 46 they are found in the cytoplasmic matrix, or we can say the cytosol. Of them 24 are the essential that is the element. So 92 are present in the nature. Of this 46 are present in the cytosol, and of them 24 are main important, which are important for the cytoplasmic matrix for carrying out the various function. Now of them, now this carbon, it is present in 20%, hydrogen in 10%, then nitrogen in 3%, oxygen 62%, phosphorus 1.14% and sulfur 0.14%. So this is the percentage, or we can say the amount of different element which are present in the cytoplasmic matrix. Now of them, one important inorganic compound is water. Now this water, it is the, as we all know, it is an important constituent of every part, or we can say of a cell, and most of the area in the cell it is mostly covered by water. So if we just consider the cytoplasmic matrix or the cytosol, the 65 to 80% of the area it is covered by the water. Now this water in the cytoplasmic matrix, it is present in two forms, that is in a free form and in bound form. Of them, most of the water it is present in the free form, that is 95% of the water it is there in the free form, and rest 5% of the water it is present in the bound form. Now about the properties of the water. Now this water means it has a molecular formula, that is H2O. It is made up of 2 oxygen and 1 hydrogen atom. Now there is a presence of covalent bond between the hydrogen and oxygen. Now hydrogen means 2 molecules of the 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. In them there is a covalent bonding. This oxygen atom, it has a lone pair of electron, so it will form a covalent bond with the hydrogen atom. And next is this water, it is an important solvent, or it is a most important solvent because it can be get mixed with any other solute or solvent. So it is a good solvent. Now it has the thermal property. Water, it can be water is found in 3 states, that is in gas state, in liquid state and in solid state. So it will be acting as a good thermal, or it has a good thermal property. And next is the surface tension. It also have a capacity, or we can say a property of surface tension, that is acquiring the minimum surface area. If water droplet form fell on any surface, it had a tendency to occupy the minimum surface area, that is called as a surface tension. And it is also important for the other reactions which are carried out in the cytoplasmic matrix. So this is all about chemical nature, or we can say the chemical organization of the cytoplasmic matrix. Chemically it can be divided into 2 groups, that is in organic and in inorganic group. Now organic will also contain the different, that is the carbohydrate, lipids, protein, now the nucleic acid, hormones, vitamins. And under inorganic it will consist of all the that is the element, non-element, or metal, non-metal, their compounds. And water is also an inorganic compound, and it is an important we can say thing which is present in the cytoplasmic matrix, and it is an inorganic compound. So that is all. Thank you.